It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Eagles coming up next.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New England Patriots. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. He was creeping up toward 200 yards. Thought he was going to get there, didn't quite make it, but also 2 rushing touchdowns.
And even if he only got about half those numbers this week, his team would take it in a heartbeat, wouldn't they? Because last week, he was spectacular.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Jones. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They hand this off to Harris. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. On 1st and 10, Burns. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets it up past the 35. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake. Burns. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Calais Campbell. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This defense for the Pats, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team, sending this one away.
Let's go. 1st and 10. At their own 34.
Damian Harris to the Patriot offense, ready to take over again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Dodges him at the 50. They can't tackle him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 68 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Back to throw. Burns. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Calais Campbell getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang at Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Forced out to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Eluding the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Buying time to his left. Finding Harris over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the 22, Jones. That swung out wide to Harris. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
It's a game of 10. 1st down, Patriots.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half.
Here we go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this 1st half. And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
We got this.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Burns. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Sanders on first down, not finding much of anything there, as he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Sanders, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Back to throw. Burns. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Patriots take over. Damian Harris to the Patriot offense, ready to take over again. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. 133 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, They've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mac Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the 4th quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Jackson now to return. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
On first down, Burns. Left side here to Sanders. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Burns. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, Burns. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Burns. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Now a carry for Sanders. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Good job.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Pats, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home for next week's contest. That is against Washington. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.